All right, the next one I got you, and then you do me.
I'll do you any day.
All right. After that, I'll return the favor and do you.
That's right.
You ready? All right.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That was really good.
That was pretty good.
All right.
All right. Welcome to week 1 of the Revolution Fantasy Football Edition here at the Ruben Yanez Fantasy Football League. Let's start with some scores.
Let's do it. Let's jump right into it.
All right. The Hayward Huff and Puffs are heavily trailing the San Jose Party Fowlers 104-78. But the Huff and Puffs still have a few players to go. Let's see what happens.
It's anybody's game, I'll tell you that much. Next, we got the Alabama Crackhead taking on the Zeke and Reek show. Whatever the hell that means. With the Alabama Crackheads leading the Zeke and Reek show by 1, 68-67. With both players, well, Alabama Crackheads is pretty much done for the night. But the Zeke and Reek show still have Drew Brees and D. Carlson to go tomorrow night. So I think the Reek and Zeke show, or the Zeke and Reek show, has it, in the bag already.
Yeah. But you know what? Let's just see, how much we can pile on.
Yeah. Pretty much it's just adding points now from here on out.
All right. The Flying Graysons have decided that all they will do is 75 points. The San Francisco Shabooms, however, decided that 65 will not be enough, and they will also pile on some more to see how much they can get.
Next, we have the Cucamonga Cracker Killers just murdering, really killing Oakland Manifesto. Oakland Manifesto. Let's redo that one. All right, next we have the Cucamonga Cracker Killers just killing the Oakland Manifestos. 151-89. It's pretty much Cracker Killer's game here. The Manifestos have Tyrell Williams going tomorrow night, but it's not going to help much. Sorry.
89 points is very respectable.
It is respectable. I'll give you that much. Yeah, it's very respectable.
You just got caught on the wrong week.
Yeah, it happened to be week 1. Go figure. But next week he'll bounce back. Don't worry.
151 all over that ass. It would perhaps may end up being the closest game of all. The Stack King Trolls, recently relocated, got 54 points to the 66 by Dayman. Now both players still have some big time players going tomorrow night on Monday night. All it will be is interesting. Let's see what happens.
Yes, sir. Finally, we have the South Hayward Alfredo Pollos taking on the Reservoir Dogs. Or should I say, drowning the Reservoir Dogs. 135-78. With the South Hayward Alfredo Pollos having Will Fuller going tomorrow night. And the Reservoir Dogs have Josh Jacobs and Will Lutz. So, good luck to both of you.
We'll see.
But,
some high octane stuff going on here.
This guy is just going to be adding on. Just adding on. Deshaun Watson's going to be looking for Will Fuller all night.
Hey, man. Well, my homies, Derrick Henry and Marlon Mack, all decided to show up, while everyone else was serviceable, for that matter.
Right.
However, for Reservoir Dogs, you actually got Tom Brady, who's just killing it, per usual. And everyone else is just... You know what? They're doing the whole Bill Belichick thing. Do your job. So everyone's putting up a little bit, while Tom Brady's just, handling the load.
Right? If
you will.
He just has his options, like, who can I throw it to? Edelman, no. Gordon, no. Brown, yes. Brown, no. Gordon, yes.
You know what? I think just for fun, just to rub it in the Steelers' face, I think he's just throw a ball at Antonio Brown on the sideline. Like, here, catch this.
Yeah. Here, there you go. Oh, you don't want him on my team?
33-3. That's all I can say.
It's terrible. If Antonio Brown was playing right now, dude, he'll be like 100-3. Like, I mean, he'll be pissed. He will be pissed.
All right. Start.
But then again, we got a whole different take on Antonio Brown. So he might be good on the field, but off the field,
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Well, it's time for that segment, yo.
So, this segment, formerly called The Best and Worst of the Week, has now been transformed, renamed. Here comes Week 1's Crumb Bums and Honey Buns.
That sounds better.
Yeah, because I want to talk shit immediately.
Immediately.
So we're going to start off Week 1 with the Crumb Bums. And my pick for Week 1 Crumb Bum is not just the Miami Dolphins defense, but the entire organization. There's a lot of things going on in Miami. So much so that we're going to talk about it here on the West Coast later on in the show. However, the Miami Dolphins have allowed 59 points to the Baltimore Ravens. 59 points. And I could go on and on and on about how many yards they allowed. I can go on and on about, the miscues. I can go on and on and on about, how is it that, let's just talk about the offense for 2 seconds. They put up 10 points, and they allowed 59. They lost this game 59-10.
Terrible.
59 points. There's very few times that I've seen a team allow 59 points. The most recent one that I can remember is the Arizona Cardinals let the Seahawks put up 59. That was the most embarrassing thing then. And right now, this is the most embarrassing thing that I can remember in a while. 59 points.
Can't emphasize enough about the 59 points allowed. 59 points allowed. That's terrible.
And that was my crumb bump for Week 1. Anthony, who you got?
Well, since we're sticking with teams, I'm going with the team defense. That's the Jacksonville Jaguars. With -8 points, allowing 40 points from the Kansas City Chiefs. And they have all those guys talking all this crap about who is a good quarterback and who's not. That quarterback just carved you guys up.
Without Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, without Tyreek.
Without Tyreek Hill.
And he allowed 40 points. 40 points. Goddamn.
40. He put up a 40 burger. Now it ain't 59. It ain't 59. But as Steve Mariucci, they put up a 40 burger.
They put up a 40 burger. I mean, I don't know what it is with the Southeast defenses out there in Florida, but they're terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Absolutely terrible. All right. So, let's talk about the other side of the spectrum. This week's Honey Bun is actually, they were part of the same game. And I'm talking about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson went out there and threw for 324 yards, 3 touchdowns, totaling up 34 points. And that was all over the Miami Dolphins. Who allowed 59 points? 59 points.
59 points.
59. They should just out of safety and go 61. Damn it. But anyway, Lamar Jackson, 324, 5 TDs, 34 points. He's actually has something to do with the first one I'm doing in a long time. I don't know. Something or another. I'll put on the graphic below. He did something cool because he did it for 5 touchdowns. It was a lot. Right. He did it.
He did it. And everyone said he was just a running quarterback. But no, he was throwing them. He was slanging them.
You know what? I will say that. If he threw them and they caught him, that's
what a quarterback is.
That's a quarterback, right?
That's what a quarterback does. If you throw it and someone else catches it, bam, you're a
Insert
quarterback.
T.O. That's my quarterback. All right. Who's your honey bun?
My honey bun is, was one of the reasons why the Jacksonville Jaguars allowed 40 points, and that's Sammy Watkins with 9 receptions, 198 yards, and 3 touchdowns for 39 points. And it was all over the Huff and Puffs bench.
Ooh.
How dare you? How dare you?
Love it.
I absolutely love it.
Love it.
I do. She has to go down. I don't care.
You must go down and down hard.
Her and your sister.
Like a quarterback.
Lack of quarterback. Stop picking Phillip Rivers. That's fine.
Well, at least Antonio Gates wasn't around.
That's
Otherwise,
right. All right.
that would have been on there too.
Yeah, it would have been a trifecta.
Yeah. And if Melvin Gordon wasn't holding out,
She picked the whole Chargers team.
Whole Chargers.
Keenan Allen.
Insert Arnold Schwarzenegger. Go Chargers, go.
Go Chargers, go. Stupid. That's awesome, man. Go Chargers, go.
All right. All over your bench. You say you got Sammy Watkins once again?
Yeah, once again, we continue the shit talking because it's
we're just gonna keep going. We're not even like cutting the. We're going straight to the next segment. The next segment being all over your bench. We're gonna start with you again, Anthony. Who do you have for all over that bench?
I have Sammy Watkins again because it was
Sammy Watkins again.
All over Huff and Puff's bench. Can I remind you what his stats was? Of course I can because I'm the champ. 9 receptions, 198 yards, and 3 touchdowns for 39 points. All over your bench.
I mean,
that's hilarious.
It would have only been helpful. It would have only been helpful.
Only been helpful this week, but it wasn't. It was all over your bench.
All right.
It's awesome.
I'll go ahead and go with my choice for week 1. And in fact, I didn't have to look very far. I looked in my own bench. As, kind of shocking the world because the game was ugly. That game was ugly. It was a terrible game. But the San Francisco 49ers defense went out with 3 interceptions, forced fumble, 11 points allowed, a pick 6, and 2 sacks for 29 points. Now, those 29 points would definitely make my game feel more at ease. But since it's all over that bench, nerves.
He's shaking a little.
We'll see.
He haven't had his caffeine yet. But yes.
All over them benches.
All over that bench.
Anyway, time for the next segment. This segment is that motherfucker that helped nobody. Now, I'm going to go first because I had a very, very interesting choice because I honestly somewhat inexplicably despise Andy Dalton, so I can't ever see him doing anything good. However, John Ross III decided that he was going to go ahead and let his coattails out a little bit and said, hey, Andy, latch on. Because I'm going to go for 7 receptions, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, 28 points for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I got to tell you, there were several teams that could have used 28 points. But unfortunately, John Ross III, that motherfucker helped nobody.
Absolutely nobody.
Anthony, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Baltimore wide receiver, Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood
Swinging. That guy had 4 receptions, 147 yards, and 2 touchdowns for 28 points. That could have helped another lot of teams. Not another lot of teams? That made no sense. That motherfucker could have helped a lot of other teams, but he didn't. That motherfucker helped nobody.
Instead, he helped nobody, huh?
Yeah, instead he helped nobody.
Trashy.
Trash.
Trucker.
Trash, man, trash.
We're going to have a little short open segment. We're just going to talk quickly about both Bay Area teams. However, we're going to mostly talk about, of course, the Las Vegas Raiders of
Oakland.
Kind of Oakland.
Kind of Oakland.
What the hell is going on, Anthony?
I don't know, man.
We can like poke holes at everything that's going on, but obviously the biggest one is Antonio Brown, who joined the team, and he never actually like suited up or like did a single play.
No.
He was on Hard Knocks like a couple of times with his frostbitten feet. He talked a lot of crap. He wanted to fight Mike Mayock. He got fined a lot.
He lost his money.
He lost his money. $30 million.
Doll hairs.
Then he's getting it back. He's getting back 15.
Half of it.
So I guess it's not too bad.
Small loss.
Small loss. But I gotta say, the Raiders have no idea what the hell they're doing. John Gruden, you have no idea what you're doing. You handled this all wrong. I don't even know why you're...
It's not the, it's not the early 2000s where you can still be a hard ass.
And I have to add that you suspended, John Gruden, you suspended Keyshawn Johnson for less than this. And you went on and on about how he was going to play week 1. Tomorrow night. Well, guess what? He won't be there tomorrow night because he was in Foxborough.
Yeah.
Tonight.
He wasn't playing.
He wasn't playing, but that's where he was. So check it out, eh? John Gruden, you don't know what the hell you're doing. But then again, you have $10 million and no one else does. So, I don't know.
So I guess, do what you want.
Do what you want, but...
Instead, it's trash.
It's trash.
It's trash.
It's trash.
But what do you care?
What do you care? You have $10 million.
Right.
And you got that coming to you 8 more times.
Right.
Did you know it was so bad that they had to overpay a practice squad guy? What? You know what? Hold on. Let me look up what's his name?
Doss.
Doss to Raiders. What's his name? No, I'm gonna look it up real fast because this is ridiculous.
Right.
Keelan Doss.
Keelan Doss. There you go.
Keelan Doss, an Alameda native, who was the Hard Knocks. If anyone has HBO, he's the Hard Knocks sweetheart. HBO. And
they cut him.
And then John Gruden went on his whole thing like, yeah, well, they liked him on TV and stuff, but that's just not the way that it was going down, on the actual roster, cut downs. And then they cut him. And then this happens, and then you go and try to get him back. And then Jacksonville says, no. How about this? We'll pay you $600,000. We'll pay you what you would be making on an active roster, but stay on the practice squad. And he said, yeah. And then the Raiders had to overpay. So not only they had to overpay and paid him $800,000 plus for him to leave a practice squad. So he's loving this. I mean, Doss, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Screw it. Make your money and make these fools pay.
Exactly.
Make these fools pay. Because not only are they known for paying veterans and like obnoxious amount of money after their prime? Now they're overpaying practice squad guys. They're overpaying practice squad guys. I'm not hating, Dots. Do your thing, boy. I know you're probably gonna ball out. You know, Derek Carr. Just make sure Derek Carr doesn't get in your way.
Right.
Just make sure it doesn't get in your way. Anyway, do your thing. So these guys, like I said, they're overpaying practice squad guys, and I have to say that repeatedly because who else does that? They're overpaying practice squad guys.
They're overpaying practice squad guys. It's terrible. It's terrible. That's what it is.
They're gonna go 3-13.
Yeah.
They're gonna go 3-13.
Yeah, it's over, man. You might as well just leave to Vegas right now.
You know what?
Just go. Just go. Just
at this point, it's gonna be them and the Miami Dolphins, and it's gonna be who can tank for Tua faster. That's the new campaign. What? There's always a nice campaign. Tank for Tua, baby.
Tank for Tua.
Tank for Tua 2019 is between the Las Vegas Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. No one knows what the hell they're doing. And as a segue, let's bring back the Miami Dolphins because these guys, two things are going on here. One I kind of like because it's sort of like a cool story because Fitzmagic. This guy right here.
It's trash.
See, Ryan Fitzmagic, Patrick. He's a very interesting player in the sense that I don't know how you can gauge how good of a player he is because one, I know he's a smart player because he went to Harvard, so that's number one. Yeah. We're never gonna deny him that he's a smart player. He knows football. It's just we're just execution.
Right.
He has thrown a touchdown for 8 different teams. No other quarterback has done that. Ryan Fitzpatrick, I have seen become the starting quarterback and the face of the franchise, or at least be paid that way 5 times. And then, he just sort of he gets the contract and then fizzles away and then they cut him because that's how NFL contracts work. They're only 1 or 2 years. But this man has been he's got a huge contract from the Chiefs. He got a huge contract from the Bills. He got a huge contract.
The Raiders. No, he didn't. He was already a backup there.
Yeah.
But then Matt Schaub couldn't play.
He was a starting quarterback for the Texans. He was a Jet. I mean, this guy he's been around. And the fact that he continues to get a starting job is because he'll throw for 300-400 yards. And he'll throw 4-5 touchdowns. And it's that weird gray area where he'll do it enough times for you to impress him. Because I'm a fan. I love me some Fitzmagic because it's gonna be fun. It's either he's gonna get trashed for 3.5 quarters and then he's gonna be and he just starts slinging it. And man, sometimes they just stick. And before you know it, it's 400 yards. And, he's losing 35-17. But, if you got him on fantasy, you're he's definitely amongst those that always finds themselves trying to dig themselves out. So they always throw for a ton of yards.
Right.
Or you have excellent starts. Because he's had excellent starts where he's gone, he's had a winning record at, midpoint through the season. And they're oh, no, contract for you. Man. And he's got a killer beard. That
thing's massive. I don't know how he keeps up with it, but he's doing a pretty good job.
And he's currently on the Miami Dolphins. You know what? I think he's ran all through the AFC East.
He sure had. No.
Just accept the Patriots, but I mean, 3 out of 4. It's
pretty good.
That's
the Jets, Dolphins.
You know what? Look out, man. Look out. He might come for the Patriots soon. Anyway, that's enough of the good things. He's the only good thing, I guess, that's going on in the Dolphins. He needs to put in the position where they traded for, Josh Rosen. So they have Josh Rosen, who's arguably more upside than Fitzpatrick, but yet Fitzpatrick he's the one that's playing. So obviously, unofficially, officially, unofficially, without telling anyone, wink, wink. They're tanking. They're tanking. They're giving up. They got a bunch of first rounders. They traded everybody. Kiko Alonso, they got rid of him. He's trash anyway, but somehow it's a big deal. But he's trash. He's a trashy linebacker. Have you ever seen him trying to go to pass coverage? That guy gets ripped apart. I could throw for 300 yards on that dude. Please. Even Dan could be out there throwing touchdowns and carrying babies and right.
Being a father.
You know what? Dan could be out there in the middle of a daddy-daughter dance while he's giving advice to his son. He'd still be out there throwing touchdowns on these dudes.
He would be.
Anyway, Dan, shout out. I know you can do it. But anyway, again, Dolphins.
Trash.
You guys are tanking. Raiders, you guys are probably trying. But you're going to tank anyway.
Yeah, they are.
Who can get to Tua first? 2019. Tank for Tua, baby. Let's do it.
Tank for Tua.
It's going to be, it's going to be a trash. It's going to be a tire fire. And we're all going to watch.
So we're going to be a real dumpster fire in Miami.
It's going to be, no one's going to put it out. Derek Carr will be playing for the Jaguars next season. Here we go. Monday night preview. We have 2 games. 2 games coming up. Early game. We have the Houston Texans at the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are favored by 6.5 points. Now, I'll tell you what. We got Drew Brees and Deshaun Jackson. We have Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins. We got Will Fuller the 5th. Wow, that's weird. Anyway, and we got basically Alvin Kamara. I expect a lot of points. These are both, the New Orleans defense, they suck. Houston is formidable, but this is Drew Brees. He's going to shred them. They don't have Clowney. They got nothing. I see a Houston upset. But they're not going to cover. Houston, 49, New Orleans Saints, 48. There's going to be points all over the field. Texans, 49, 48, once again. The Saints will be very disappointed, but don't let this loss be anything. They're going to win a lot of games. I still see the Saints winning 12 games, but this will be one of the 4 losses that I see for the Saints. Anthony, what's your prediction?
No, I'm going with the Saints. Gotta stay true. Drew Brees is gonna be passing for a lot of yards, and he's gonna be looking for Michael Thomas through most of the game. So
almost exclusively.
Exclusively, and then you might throw one to Jared Cook just one time.
Probably a touchdown though.
Yeah, a touchdown and some yards.
That's almost guaranteed.
Touchdown and a lot of yards. So yeah, I'm going with the Saints. Straight up winning.
All right, outstanding. Late game. As it always is on week 1, somewhere in the central west coast. No, mountain / west coast. We have the Denver Broncos visiting the Las Vegas Raiders of Oakland. Sort of, for now.
Yeah.
even without Antonio Brown, they still got it close. I mean, Denver is favored on the road at 2.5, which tells me that Vegas thinks that it's going to be a close game. I, however, completely disagree. I 100% disagree. The Raiders are going to get killed. They're going to get destroyed.
It's going to happen. Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing. No one has a gosh darn clue. Gruden still thinks it's, 1998 and he can still get it together, but he can't, and he's not. Denver will win this game easily because Joe Flacco is going to throw it a bunch of times.
That's right.
38-7. Denver Broncos. And I only see the 7 points because I see the homie Das scoring the only touchdown in this game.
Right. Okay.
And it's going to be in the fourth quarter. In trash time. Trash time.
It don't mean much.
Yeah. Carr, good luck while you're out there trying out for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right.
Tank for Tua, baby.
Tank
for
for
Tua.
Tank for Tua.
How do you see the Raiders faring in tomorrow night's game?
Not well, and I'm going with the Denver Broncos as well because I just hate the Raiders, and they're a piece of trash.
Trash.
Absolute trash. They don't know what they're doing. They're hard garbage. Hot garbage. Hot garbage. It's terrible. All right, that's week 1, baby. I retain. I continue my winning streak. You guys wish you could have this.
In the box.
Stack King Trolls ain't got shit on me.